everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Kim Pine, and I'm honored to serve as a co-advisor of the National Honor Society for the second year alongside Chrissy Henry. This evening, we're here to celebrate the induction of 22 exceptional new members into our chapter. We are also joined by our 20 dedicated current members and 6 junior members who continue to uphold and exemplify the values of NHS. The students we honor tonight truly embody the 4 pillars of National Honor Society: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. To our new inductees, I want to share my hope for you as you embark on this journey. Joining NHS is more than an achievement. It's an opportunity to lead with purpose, inspire others, and make a difference, not just within our school, but also in our community and beyond. Being part of this organization means holding yourselves to the highest standards and serving as role models who others can look up to and emulate. The most meaningful actions aren't driven by obligations. They come from a deep, genuine desire to do what's right and create positive change. I have no doubt that each of you have this drive and potential to live out these values, leaving a lasting impact wherever you go. Now it is my privilege to introduce someone who exemplifies these qualities, our NHS President, Giselle Campos. Please join me in welcoming Giselle.
Good evening and welcome to Millbury Memorial Junior Senior High School's National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. My name is Giselle Campos and I am the current President of the National Honor Society. I would like to thank you all for joining us tonight in celebration of our new National Honor Society members. The current group of the National Honor Society has been extremely dedicated to working towards the betterment of the community around us. At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Rigney to speak and then light the candle of light and place a symbol in the emblem.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. It is a privilege to welcome you all to the Millbury Memorial Junior Senior High School National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. Tonight is a night to celebrate excellence, and these incredible students. Inclusion to the chapter requires high standards of achievement, not only in the area of academics or community service, but also in character and leadership. First, please allow me to offer my sincere congratulations to our 22 inductees and their families. The fact that you have all been selected by others to receive this prestigious honor should provide you with a great sense of accomplishment. Knowing that they see in you leadership, inspiration, hope, and a genuine willingness to serve others. Your presence here this evening is also proof that you have worked diligently and made the most of the opportunities afforded to you by your parents, your school, and your community. You should be so very proud of your efforts, as I know that your families are as well. As our 20 current NHS members can attest to, membership to NHS comes with a price. The administration, teachers, and student body will come to you with a request for help, almost always at the last minute, and sometimes even desperate. Whether it is assembling volunteers to help put on a show, cleaning the courtyard, orchestrating food drives, assisting at one of the elementary schools, or tutoring your peers, the list can seem endless. Oftentimes, it will require making a choice, choosing to set aside other things to be that person who shows up and helps out no matter what, to be that individual who goes to extra lengths to ensure that all the help that is needed is received. To me, there is no greater calling as a student. As I've said before, I'm extremely proud of all of our NHS members and the outstanding work that they've accomplished throughout the years. It's been said, and those that are currently part of the NHS can attest, because they have experienced this firsthand. There is no greater joy, no greater reward than to make a fundamental difference in someone's life. To make a difference is not only a matter of accident or casual occurrence of the tides. People choose to make a difference, and throughout the years, as your advisor, Ms. Pine and Ms. Henry have recognized this is a fundamental charge associated with our NHS chapter. It is not a surprise to hear about our NHS students receiving honors and recognition for their efforts. And while it is encouraging to be acknowledged, the real satisfaction is the sense of hope and accomplishment that comes from knowing you are working to make things better. The legacy that Ms. Pine, Ms. Henry, and NHS members of past and present have worked so tirelessly to build is one that you now have to uphold and expand upon. Tonight, all of our inductees will now be part of this prestigious chapter. The emblem of this society is the keystone and the flaming torch. The flaming torch is the symbol of the NHS purpose, to bear forward the searching light of truth, to lead so that so many others can follow in that light, and to serve those purposes of character, scholarship, service, and leadership. Tonight is not just a celebration of what you've accomplished, it's also a charge to continue living out those ideals. As members of NHS, you are leaders of both today and tomorrow. The examples you set will inspire others to follow in your footsteps, and the impact of your efforts will ripple far beyond these walls. All of you here are leaders. Whether you are leaders because of your academic achievements or leaders in sports or clubs, you represent a part of the school that we are very proud of. You represent that choice between action and inaction. I convey my best wishes on behalf of the Millbury Public Schools to our inductees and their families this evening. I consider tonight an opportunity to glance confidently into the future with the promise and certainty that the leaders of tomorrow are destined to make this world a better place. Thank you again, and congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Ms. Rigney. Tonight we have an incredibly impressive group of juniors and seniors who are some of the best students Millbury has to offer. They have worked extremely hard for this very moment, maintaining their grades, being leaders in and out of the classroom, as well as giving back to our community. The purpose of this group is to develop an enthusiasm for scholarship, encourage a desire for service, promote leadership, and further improve upon the character of students. The inductees that sit before us tonight have so much to be proud of. Many of them participate in sports, school clubs, and part-time jobs. With that, they are still able to remain amazing students that go above and beyond in various aspects of their lives. Tonight, we will honor them not only for that, but also the core values of this prestigious society: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. The honor itself is not specifically to be a member of this society, but that they were able to make the decisions, choices, and in some cases, sacrifices in order to get where they are today. To the inductees, your hard work has officially paid off. Your decisions and sacrifices that may have gone unnoticed before are being celebrated and acknowledged here tonight. And in light of your achievements, a new challenge is presented before you. A challenge to continue this journey. You have already accomplished so much, but you should strive for more, reaching even higher goals. I, along with my fellow members of this society, look forward to seeing what you have to offer. At this time, we would like to thank and recognize the Faculty Council for taking time out of their busy schedules to read and conduct interviews with all applicants. Could the following teachers please stand? Ms. Corey, Mr. Cunha, Mrs. Cunha, Mr. Economos, Mr. Johnson, and Mr. Pilano. Thank you again. Now I would like to invite Courtney Lee, the Vice President of the National Honor Society, to share a few words with us about scholarship. Eamon Marquez Asif will light the candle representing scholarship and place the symbol in the emblem.
Scholarship is a quality each member of the National Honor Society takes pride in and is committed to having. People seem to overlook the fact that scholarship is much more than receiving A's on a report card. Rather, it's the resiliency to never give up when faced with a challenge in or outside the classroom. As members of NHS, we are committed to learning and are willing to spend time in search of knowledge. It's not always about the grade test, it's the effort we put to retain knowledge and incorporate it in our lives. The National Honor Society sets the bar in the classroom as well as creates leaders in and outside of it. I'm confident these new inductees will uphold this pillar of scholarship, and we are excited to see them do so.
Thank you, Courtney and Eamon. The next pillar is leadership, which I will now speak on as Jillian Roach lights a candle representing leadership and places the leadership symbol in the emblem. Leadership is a quality present in each and every one of us, but only a few take hold of the quality to influence and motivate others, which is exactly what the pillar of leadership in the National Honor Society is all about. Every student inducted into the society makes it a point to positively influence others in and out of the classroom. As leaders of the National Honor Society, we play on important roles in the overall school environment. That role is to lead the student body by continually displaying respect and model kind behaviors. We use our leadership skills to motivate others to complete various projects of service and inspire more to follow in our footsteps. Those who will continue to make our school and community a better place show tremendous leadership. Thank you, Jillian. Now I would like to invite Vivian Ho, the Treasurer of the National Honor Society, to speak on the importance of character. William Shaw will light the candle representing character and place the symbol for character in the emblem.
Character is one of the most admirable qualities someone can obtain. Great character can be encouraged and stressed, but when it comes down to it, it simply cannot be taught. You decide what values you want to portray. It is the product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. Being kind, courageous, humble, and having integrity all exemplify great character. Character is the force within each individual which separates us from others and may establish your reputation. Having good character allows you to be respected by fellow students, teachers, and parents, allowing them to trust and depend on you. What people really remember about someone is their character, the kind of person they were. That is why it is such an important pillar of the society.
Thank you, Vivian and Will. At this time, Caitlin Quinn, the current Secretary of the National Honor Society, will deliver a speech on service, while Chelsea Cape lights the candle representing service and places the symbol for service in the emblem.
In the National Honor Society, service is a vital part of membership. Each semester, all of our members must complete 15 hours of community service. However, most of our members surpass this amount. NHS members always make an effort to help out whenever and wherever we can. As members, we represent Millbury and through our service ensure that our appreciation for our community is exemplified. In addition, every member connects with the community through a subject they are passionate about in their independent service projects. Our commitment to service events like organizing food and clothing drives, our successful Pumpkin Fest, and our largest fundraiser, which raises thousands of dollars and also toys for those in need, shows our dedication to bettering our community. Service is an important part of demonstrating what it means to be a Millbury National Honor Society member.
Thank you, Caitlin and Chelsea. It is now finally time for the induction of our new members. Courtney, Vivian, Caitlin, and I will call the name of a current member who will then induct each new member. As a new member receives their membership pin and certificate, some of their accomplishments and achievements will be read.
Eamon Marquez Asif will be inducting Sophia Andrianopoulos. Sophia is a determined student who loves her community for the past few years, they've been a prominent member of the music programs here at MHS, while also participating in drama, Sources of Strength, and World Culture Club. This year, she is a conducting intern for the 7th grade band and is so excited to mentor them into being confident and talented individuals. Giselle Campos will be be inducting Naya Bashad. Naya is a hard-working and committed student that is involved in her school and community. She has been on the varsity volleyball team for 2 years and works part-time at a Christian daycare. Naya volunteers with her church and is in student council and in peer education. Naya is a dedicated student, athlete, sister, and daughter that enjoys helping those around her. Alyssa Fedorsky will be inducting Keandra Booth DeMarais. Keandra is a dedicated and committed varsity student athlete who is passionately involved in clubs like the Student Council, Marching Band, Drama Club, Outdoors Club, and Student Staff Advisory. She enjoys working with the community and making a positive impact to those around her. Alyssa Fedorsky will be inducting Brielle Brothers. Brielle is a committed and dedicated student athlete that actively participates in her school and her community. She is part of the student council and is greatly involved in her church. She has volunteered at various camps and organizations to help those in need. Anna Canny will be inducting Samaya Cabral. Samaya is a dedicated, hardworking student with a passion for making a positive impact on her community. She has been involved in the music and performing arts programs here at MHS, Student Council, Sources of Strength, and Peer Ed at her time in the high school. Grace Fernandez will be inducting Gianna Gianetti. Gianna is a driven, honor roll student who does plenty of activities in her community. She is a student director of a cappella and also does student council, Sources of Strength, and marching band on top of work. These activities have made her the person and leader she is now.
Danielle Gilbert will be inducting Berkeley Gobran. Berkeley is a hardworking, devoted student who is greatly involved in her school and community. She has involved herself in various clubs and extracurriculars such as Peer Ed, Community Service Learning, Unified Track, and Best Buddies. In her free time, she volunteers at her local food pantry and works part-time at an after-school program for children. Avery Bashara will be inducting Natalie Hagdust. Natalie is a hardworking, dedicated, honor student who works hard to achieve her best potential. She involves herself in her community through her extracurriculars such as Environmental Council, Best Buddies, Sources of Strength, and more. She's on the indoor track team. In her free time, she loves to read, write, and spend time with loved ones. Livia Galerme will be inducting Nora Hay. Nora is an ambitious and committed member of her school and community. She is vice president of her class, has been a member of student council for 3 years, and is a varsity athlete in volleyball and cheer. In her free time, she works part-time at a daycare and volunteers through her church to help those who are less fortunate. Julianne Roach will be inducting Kendall Hargrave. Kendall is a hardworking, dedicated, honor student athlete who participates in both varsity soccer and softball, and is also an active member of student council. She enjoys helping others by working in her community and has taken part in coaching at various summer camps working with young children. Courtney Lee will be inducting Jenny Johnson. Jenny is a determined student who often does volunteer work. She enjoys participating in different extracurricular activities like student council, Sources of Strength, Best Buddies, and Unified Track. She loves staying involved with her community, and by doing so, has built herself to have a great character.
Ava Jendrysik will be inducting Corey Jones. Corey is a dedicated and driven student who takes pride in his academics and actively engages in his community. In his free time, he participates in a variety of clubs and activities such as Unified Track, Peer Ed, and the Community Service Learning Club. track will be inducting Devin LaValle. Devin is a devoted student who strives for a balance between his academics and extracurricular activities. As a member of Student Council, Best Buddies, Environmental Council, and team captain of cross country, combined with his volunteer work, he strives to be an active member of his community. Olivia Tucker will be inducting Hannah Latola. Hannah is a hardworking, well-rounded honor student who devotes her free time to participating in many clubs and extracurriculars to improve and help her community. These clubs consist of community service learning and unified track, where she is able to demonstrate her compassion for leadership and strong character. Danielle Gilbert will be inducting Mila Nicoforo. Mila is a persevering and devoted student athlete who is an honor student and dedicates her time to varsity soccer, basketball, and track. She enjoys helping the community by doing community service for the town and coaching at summer camps. She is also involved in student council and has had experience going to multiple leadership conferences such as Student Leadership and HOBE. Chelsea Cape will be inducting Anthony Powell. Anthony is a devoted student athlete who consistently competes in track and field and serves as Student Council Executive Board member. Outside the classroom, Anthony demonstrates leadership and initiative by establishing a new club and engaging in various independent research projects.
Caitlin Quinn will be inducting Mackenzie Settle. Mackenzie, enthusiastic, hardworking, activist, book lover, and an avid Marvel fan who's always ready to help others. She is a leader of the Gender Sexuality Alliance and of the marching band, deeply enjoys mentoring younger Girl Scouts through her troop, in which she is currently earning the highest award available, the Gold Award, and is an active member in her community. Vivian Ho will be inducting Michelle Silva. Michelle Silva is a hardworking student and devoted to both her education and community. She is an active member of the Student Staff Advisory Board. Michelle participates in a variety of clubs, including Best Buddies, Drama Club, and Student Council. She enjoys giving back to her community through school-based opportunities, such as assisting the chess club at Shaw. Graydon Franco will be inducting Ariana Sylvester. Ari is a diligent, resourceful, intelligent student who puts her all into everything she does. She serves as an executive board member for Student Council and actively participates in activities such as jazz band, Source of Strength, and marching band. Outside of school, Ari has 2 part-time jobs and enjoys taking part in her community. William Shaw will be inducting Emily Tula. Emily is a determined, hard-working student who is very committed to her community and her leadership positions at school. She is a co-captain of the Color Guard, as well as being involved in Student Council, Sources of Strength, a cappella, and Drama Club. These activities have caused her to develop a strong sense of leadership and the passion to give back to her community. Nicholas Wascavage will be inducting Nolan Valliere. Nolan is a hard-working and driven student athlete who devotes his time to his academics and extracurriculars. Nolan is a part of the boys' varsity soccer team, varsity track team, and the student council. In his free time, Nolan likes to devote himself to his community with all of the various opportunities given by the school. Unfortunately, Sadie Warren was unable to attend tonight's ceremony, but we will still read her bio in order to recognize her. Sadie is a hard-working and dedicated student athlete. She is involved in multiple extracurricular school activities such as the Community Service Learning Club, varsity basketball, and track. She enjoys spending her free time taking pictures for school sports, working with children in after-school daycare, as well as working with younger athletes. This concludes our induction process. Congratulations to the new members. along as we recite the National Honor Society Pledge. In accepting membership in the Millbury chapter of the National Honor Society, we recognize the responsibilities that accompany the honor. We are determined to transform the goals of the society into a meaningful actuality through our daily conducts as students of Millbury Memorial Junior Senior High School. We are now determined to make a firm commitment to the qualities of integrity, personal excellence, and loyalty in all areas of our lives. Through a willing acceptance of responsibility and a constant dedication to the purpose of making the society ideals a living reality, we pledge to maintain through our lives the goals of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. You may now be seated. In 2009, we began a tradition in our induction ceremony. Our senior members would like to honor the teachers who have helped us succeed on a daily basis. The teachers we have during our time here at Millbury have made a huge impact on all of our lives. Current members from the National Honor Society will now recognize each teacher who impacted their journey. I now invite Livia Galermi to the podium to speak.
Tonight, I have the privilege to honor someone that has not only been my teacher, but who has also been a mentor. She is someone who has immensely influenced the person I am today, and for that, I am forever grateful. The first time I met her was walking into a student council meeting, seeing how much energy and spirit she had, and I thought to myself, what have I gotten myself into? Her smile was contagious, and her ability to encourage others was effortless. Staying in that meeting, let alone the club, changed my high school experience in the best way possible. She is the most outgoing person I have ever met, and it has inspired me to be more involved and be a leader within my community. Through my 4 years of growing a deeper bond with Ms. Morin, she has pushed me into trying new things, being a better leader, and always believing in my true potential. She motivates me into being a better person each and every day. She is someone I know I can count on, and she has shown me that I can do anything I want to do in life as long as I put my mind to it. Thank you, Ms. Morin, for being exactly who you are, beautiful inside and out, and for always being an inspiration to myself and others. Next, we have William Shaw.
The teacher I have chosen to honor is a teacher who has impacted my life in numerous ways. I met Mr. Gamba back in 2022 when he only went by Lewis and all he did at MHS was teach drums. He was able to take my passion for drumming and music and ascend it to the next level through his advice, humor, and overall energy. So it was a joyous day when a couple months later he would get a job here at MHS as a guidance counselor. Mr. Gamba has always been there for me whether I need academic advice, personal advice, or even drumming advice. His way of being there for me when I'm struggling or facing hardships is something I will never take for granted. It's been an absolute pleasure to make jokes with him, get guidance, or even just chat about how jealous I am of the stuff he gets to do. So thank you, Mr. Gamba, for legitimately changing my life and always being there for me. Unfortunately, Mr. Gamba was not able to attend tonight, but he has still had a huge impact on me, and I am so thankful for that. Next, Vivian Ho.
Tonight I'm choosing to honor a teacher who has both inspired and fueled my passion in engineering. I've had the privilege of being in many of his classes throughout these years, and he has provided me with the platform and opportunity to succeed not only academically but also as a person. Not only have I seen the passion he has for education, but also his dedication to connect and help students succeed. He has gone above and beyond with ensuring that I feel valued and capable, and to him I owe the confidence I have in myself. His inviting and approachable personality have made it possible for me to connect so easily and for his classroom to become a safe space. Mr. Bollinger, I am eternally grateful for the immense belief and support you have shown me. Thank you for all the care you've shown, the possibilities you've encouraged, and for always reminding me to step out of my comfort zone. for Jillian Roach, Giselle Campos, and Eamon Marquez Asif.
The teacher that I chose to honor tonight has been a key person in my high school career. This teacher has taught me to expand my love for what I want to do in the future and always pushed me to do the best I could on everything I did. I am truly thankful for the amount of support this teacher has provided me throughout all of my high school career, and I wouldn't be where I am today without him. The class environments and the engaging lessons in both of the classes that I had with him were some of my all-time favorites, and part of that reason was because of his teaching skills and his ability to create an enjoyable environment for everyone. I want to thank this teacher for everything you have helped me to accomplish in my high school career.
The teacher I'm honoring tonight has made such a deep impact on my academic career and my ability to grow as a person. He has encouraged me to be the best I can be in and out of the classroom. This teacher puts the needs of students before his own and cares deeply about the environment here at school and his role in providing a safe and enjoyable class to come to. The dedication he shows to creating a comfortable environment curated for learning and growth truly impacts not just me, but every student who walks into his class. I am proud to say this teacher's class sparked my interest in biology, which I plan to study further at Roger Williams University next year. Thank you for everything you do.
The person I am dedicating to honor tonight is not just a teacher to me. He is the person who believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. I remember starting my freshman year of high school immediately worrying about grades and never having confidence in myself. Then I walked into my freshman year biology class where I met this teacher. At first, I thought he was just a funny, upbeat teacher with whom I would count every time he started to randomly sing. As the year went on, however, and when I had him again for AP Biology, I realized the kind, funny, and selfless person he was. He had such a large impact on not just my academic career, but also who I am as a person. With his words of encouragement, I worked hard to strive in his class and all other classes. This teacher's classroom was always a safe space to me where I could laugh, rant, and just be myself. I thank this teacher tonight for pushing me to be the best version of myself and always believing me even when I struggled to do so myself. I truly would not be the person I am today without him.
I always found it difficult to make connections with my peers, much less my teachers. Freshman year, unsure of what to make of myself, I walked into your class. I made one of my best friends there, thanks to you pairing us on a whim. I was enraptured by our class, more engaged in it than anything else I've learned to that point, and it showed me the direction in life I wanted to take. It made me learn how much effort I would be willing to put into something I was genuinely passionate about, to the point of creating models out of nothing more than paper and scotch tape for a paper cutout assignment. You never stopped making me love learning, especially about biology. Thank you to this teacher for helping me find the path I wanted to take in life and for helping me take those baby steps along.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. Next, Alyssa Fedorsky.
Starting high school, having a relationship with any of my teachers was not my plan. That was until one sophomore math class when I asked to work in the library, and for one, this teacher let me, and two, she walked me there just to make sure I was feeling okay. I further found myself sitting in her class whenever I was free or finding any moment to go and tell her about something exciting that happened. This teacher became someone to talk to and someone to always pick my head up no matter how bad either of our days were. She showed me how to be strong, hardworking, but mostly she showed me how to be the best version of myself. I couldn't imagine my high school career without her constant support each step of the way. This all being said, the teacher I'd like to honor is Miss Corey. Thank you, Miss Corey, for simply being you and for never giving up on any of your students. Next, Allison Kimball and Chelsea King.
Tonight, I am choosing to honor the teacher who has had a lasting impact on my life. Even though it has been 9 years since she has taught me in a classroom, I still remember the way she inspired my 8-year-old self. She always taught me that I can be anything I put my mind to. Getting the privilege to intern with her last year, I learned to always look at the brighter side of things, and that not everything has to be so serious. She never fails to make me laugh in any situation, and always encourages me to do my best. I will forever be grateful for being placed in her 3rd grade class and become the strong, independent woman she had influenced me to be. Thank you for always brightening my day and all that you have done for me.
The teacher I've chosen to honor tonight is the person who helped me change from the shy little girl I was to someone who wasn't afraid to be herself at school. This teacher saw past my academic achievements and celebrated my personal growth as well. She helped me find the confidence I needed to do my best in school and to mature into an overall kind person. Even though I had her in class almost 9 years ago now, her words of encouragement have stayed with me and reminded me that even though I am drowning in college applications and AP classes, that I will be able to do whatever I want to accomplish. So thank you, Mrs. Fuentes, for always believing in me and helping me realize that I can be myself wherever I go. Courtney Lee. The teacher I've chosen to honor tonight has had an immense influence on me throughout my high school career. Aside from Spanish, she's taught me how to become a better person and has always pushed me to be the best version of myself academically and personally. She's always been there to celebrate both academic and personal growth with me and has always provided me with a safe space to turn to, whether that be for guidance or just to talk. Her class has always been a highlight in my schedule those 2 years I had her, and even when I no longer had her in class, she never failed to be there for me. She never fails to remind me that I'll always have her in my corner. I wouldn't be the person I am today without her unconditional support. Thank you for everything you do for me, Mrs. Cunha. Gilbert.
The teacher I've chosen to honor tonight has impacted my life incredibly. From having her as a teacher in 1st grade to being a part of my life still as a senior, I couldn't ask for a better bond. I've never been able to connect with any other teacher on the level I do with her. Miss Belanger has watched me grow up and has influenced who I am as a person. Coincidentally, I became best friends with her daughter, so fortunately we get to spend a lot of time together. I became a second daughter to her, and she treats me like I am her own. The advice I've received from her will forever follow me for the rest of my life. She has taught me to be a strong woman and how to differentiate right from wrong in some of the hardest times in my life. I can always rely on her to be there for my family and I without having to blink an eye. I'm so lucky to continue to have Miss Belanger in my life, from a 1st grade classroom to listening to her advice at her kitchen table. Thank you for everything you've done for me, Kristen. Love you.
Next, Matthew Black.
I'm very grateful to honor a teacher and a friend tonight who has made a greater academic difference in my life than she realizes. I had Miss Hahn for social studies during the first grade. Granted, I don't remember much of this year, but she was obviously a good enough teacher for me to want to return and intern for her at Shaw. Miss Hahn has supported my aspirations and has only given me positive reinforcement during our time together. She has taught me valuable life lessons, whether it involves the correct way to shelve books or advice on college. She always shows up with a smile no matter the situation, constantly striving to make me laugh. Thank you, Miss Hahn. I hold your advice high, and you will always be someone I seek when I'm struggling. Next, David Jindrzejczyk.
Tonight, I am grateful to recognize this teacher who has not only made a difference in her time at Millbury, but created a long-lasting impact on our school. We often feel pressured to have it all figure it out and know exactly what we want to do in life. Personally, I've expressed interest in various paths, but entirely unsure. I knew I wanted to make a difference and build up a community within our class. Mr. Cunha, responsible for the Woolly News and our photography programs, let me give it a try, even with little experience. Over these past 4 years, I found my passions in creating and documenting from behind the camera. I cannot imagine high school without the opportunities and experiences it has introduced me to, and I cannot thank Mr. Cunha enough for his dedication to the program, to each of his students, and to his commitment to creating a space for all of our ideas to come together. Graydon Frankel and Nicholas Wascavage.
Tonight, I'm choosing to honor a teacher that has truly influenced my high school experience. I've had the privilege of not only having this teacher for 3 different classes, but as intern for a junior high app creators class, which was definitely an experience. From overly competitive Kahoots and economics to Shark Tank and app creators, some of my best memories have been spent in his class. But that isn't the only reason he has been so impactful. I've never felt like a teacher believed in me as much as Mr. Duke does. When I first told him I was admitted into a college, he said, "Why do you sound surprised?" and told me that he believed I would get into every school I applied to. Him telling me this gave me so much confidence and helped get rid of the cloud of stress I had felt over me during the college admission process. For that, I'm extremely grateful for Mr. Duke and his role in my high school career. Thank you.
The teacher I have chosen to honor tonight has had such a huge impact on my life. This person has been the biggest influence on wanting to go into finance and banking. He kept me interested with the recent news and went out of his way to send me interesting articles that would help me. Every day walking to school, I would look forward to talking about the volatility of NVIDIA stock. Since I've started trading, he has always been someone I can talk to if I need advice or joke about how much money I've lost. Even though classes together were few, you have made more of an impact on me than I think you'll ever know. Thank you, Mr. Duke. Next up, Caleb Wood.
recognize a teacher who has had a lasting impact on my high school career and influenced my future aspirations. This teacher has provided me with opportunities to challenge my academic abilities and encouraged me to step out of my comfort zone and grow. When I felt I didn't have the capabilities to complete something, he assured me and gave me the confidence I needed to try. He has consistently created a challenging yet rewarding space for learning. My classes with him have confirmed my passion for law, which I hope to study in college. However, this is only second to the time he has spent poking fun at me or giving me dirty looks in the hallway. Yet I knew this was all in good fun, and it always brightened my day. Thank you, Mr. Polano, for always making me laugh and being such an amazing teacher.
I would like to recognize a teacher that has been a huge influence in not only my life, but the lives of many other students here at MHS. Mr. Dooley has worked diligently to provide students involved in the music program with the support that every student wishes they could have. He has created an environment where everyone feels welcome and can be themselves. He is constantly making sure his students are creating a positive environment for themselves by working on positive affirmations and complimenting others when they play something well in rehearsal. Mr. Dooley is one of the most selfless people you will ever meet. He is willing to do whatever it takes for his students, whether that is staying after school for hours to allow more time for students to practice, or just being there for us whenever we are struggling. I'm incredibly grateful that I've gotten the privilege to have him as a teacher for the past 6 years. Thank you for all that you do for us, Mr. Dooley. Next, Grace Fernandez.
Tonight, I am incredibly grateful to honor a teacher who has played such an impactful role on my journey at this school. Having him as my teacher from 7th to 9th grade, as my CDS teacher, and during the challenges of COVID, shaped not only my approach to school, but also my interest in history. During the pandemic, his Zoom blog kept me interested in the subject matter, even when the class seemed so monotonous. His lessons kept me motivated and invested in school at a time when it was so easy to feel anything but. Mr. Baldini's dedication and enthusiasm made a lasting impact on me and kept me inspired. Through the 3 classes I've had with him, I've learned to put my all into each subject and keep a positive outlook. I'm thrilled to recognize him tonight for his influence on the path I've taken at this school.
Lastly, Avery Bashar.
Tonight I have chosen to honor a teacher who has had a great impact on my high school experience, despite the fact that I've never actually had a class with her. I've known Ms. Callan ever since 7th grade when I first joined the school's creative writing club. Even though it's always been a tiny club, Ms. Callan always does her best to make the meetings fun for everyone there. You can tell how much she cares about her students in the way that she always listens to everyone's opinions and keeps them involved. Whether it's playing a write-around game or discussing college admissions, I've always enjoyed being a member of the club all these years. It's also helped foster my love for reading and writing. Thank you, Ms. Callan, for all that you do.
On behalf of the Millbury chapter of the National Honor Society, we would like to thank the entire staff here at Millbury for everything you do. We would especially like to thank our two National Honor Society advisors, Ms. Pine and Ms. Henry. Thank you, Ms. Pine and Ms. Henry, for being great advisors for the Society over the past few years. You have done so much good for the community and push all of us to be the best we can be. Thank you again. With that, our induction ceremony is complete. We gained many valuable members tonight, and each of you can bring something new and exciting to our club. With each student, their goals and skills are different, but it is important to know and remember that our differences will bring us together and aid us to do better in our community. You are all worthy of this achievement. With that being said, enjoy it. But remember to continue demonstrating the core values of the society: scholarship, leadership, service, and character, so that others may one day follow in your footsteps. At this time, we would like to invite everyone to join the NHS members for refreshments in the library. Please allow the NHS members to exit the auditorium first, and then you may follow. Thank you.